What are you doing? Are we recording or what?
Yeah, now we are.
Oh, okay.
Just wanted to leave you hanging.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Welcome back to Babbling Garbage. What's the name of the show?
Babbling Garbage.
Marbleage. Babbling Garbage.
Babbling Garbage.
That it is. Welcome back. Long time no see, everyone here. We've been doing other things musically.
Dying.
Yeah. Trying not to make idiots of ourselves on stage and in practice room. But it is what it is, so here I am again. Lan.
Jerome.
Justin.
Look, he's just in. Ha ha ha. Me tell funny joke. Appropriate for YouTube. Not offend anyone.
Because you can't say or anything, right?
Exactly.
See?
Yeah.
I
ate
crossed
there.
that line for you.
There was a place when I was on vacation called Dick's.
Where'd you go to vacation, Scott?
Dick's, Hawaii. Pretty good. They have Spam. And pineapples.
Those are popular things there.
Coconuts.
I just got that.
Yeah, we are just getting back into the swing of things. There's been a lot happening. We are going to have to discuss a lot of things and practice being appropriate for the price of being on the internet.
Most of it's garbage, though.
So here we are on public radio internet, going to try to get our chance at a swing at sponsors. Maybe we'll get like a bounce sponsorship or something like that, or some Tide. What, you don't like Tide Pods?
I like them in my laundry. I'm not sure about the flavor.
But I think at this time, instead of going into any politics or any wild crazy news, other than the like giant earthquakes that have happened in Southern California, which is somewhat close to us but not enough to fill it, I think the things that we should probably more likely discuss are some cool stuff happening in the entertainment industry lately.
The entertainment industry, lady.
Yeah, what's happening in there?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Why are you laughing?
I like this new format because now they can see when Justin's going, what the... Up close. So, yeah, I think one of the things that we should maybe talk about first, which is going to be less likely to spoil? That's definitely what we should attack.
Let's talk about Stranger Things.
See, you don't need to hire those two guys. I can just do all the music
Acapella.
with my mouth.
Yep. And all of Kenny Wayne Shepherd's album.
Blue on black. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't know why I bother singing in the band. We just get him to do it.
Because
all the instruments are right
Because
there.
I can't write any lyrics. Mine are all super cheesy.
Well, I mean, it worked for James Hetfield. I don't see why.
Nah, he's still.
I mean, like Godsmack wrote what, 6 albums of the same thing. Their lyrics are pretty corny. Same thing with Disturbed. I don't think you got anything to worry about.
Look, man, I'll stay. I'll just stay as being a very all right bass player, and then just be the on stage.
That's why the Stranger Things theme works.
So, are we talking about Stranger Things? That's what we're doing.
Yeah, man.
That's the least spoily thing that we can discuss.
Season 3 dropped on the 4th of July. You know, it took like a year and a half for it to come out.
It's a perfect excuse to cram a bunch of burgers down my face and watch the entire thing. We managed to make it through the one day by midnight. We got done with it.
One Day by Midnight?
Yep.
What about
Is
you?
that a song title? PM gone.
Well, I will say that the kids are getting older, and one particular politician's less interested. But to avoid politics even further, I will say that it was interesting to see them kind of write the characters in a sense that they are getting older.
Yeah.
So they're writing them in a more like, here they are growing up. Now this is the things they're having to deal with instead of just they're dumb kids that something crazy happens in their town.
Yeah, it's not often you see a medium like in television show characters changing, growing up, getting older. You know, it's like something like The Simpsons where it's been 10, 15 years and none of the characters have changed much.
Yeah, but that's cartoon compared to like live action.
I'm just saying, like, you're used to seeing, you don't really see TV shows have a time span that
I watched the Keatons grow up.
What kind of Keatons? Michael Keaton?
Yeah, man.
You lost me.
Not Michael
What show was
Keaton.
that?
The Keatons.
No, man.
Family Tides. There we go.
Oh, okay. Tides? Family Ties. Right?
I thought it was Tides.
Ties. No, I'm pretty sure it's Family Ties.
Whatever. The one with Michael J. Fox.
The one with the laundry pods.
Yes.
Michael J. I don't even know this one.
Yeah, he was in there.
Brand new life. That one, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is it the one with Tony Danza?
No, that's Who's the Boss.
Yeah.
That was before he was losing things out of his hands.
Wait, is that the Who's the Boss? Oh, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is who's the
Okay.
Who's the boss?
Whose house?
There is no
House.
leadership. No leadership here.
All right, so season 3 came out.
Right.
Everyone's a little older. It's during the summertime, which is kind of cool. Mainly one big set piece, the mall. You know, they're hanging out with Robin Sparkles.
Which I was joking around with Sam that a lot of the like episodes sort of mirrored levels and stages in Left 4 Dead. So there's the whole scene where Nancy and Jonathan go into the hospital. It was like Mercy Hospital in Left 4 Dead. And then the whole thing with the mall and the test car that was lying out in the center of the mall was I forgot what the name of that map is. If Sam was here, he would tell you.
Yeah, but I mean, that's even for, like, for example, they go and they sneak in to go see Day of the Dead.
Yes.
So, I mean, like, Dawn of the Dead, the movie before it,
Right.
took place in the mall.
There's a lot of homage throughout the series. Mostly I keep watching it going, Jurassic Park. Just little
There was a lot of
there,
Spielberg-y
Yeah,
things. But, like, it couldn't take homage from Jurassic Park. That was the 90s.
Well, I don't mean in terms of like the era, but it's just the way certain scenes are presented.
Yeah.
Are like them driving the car away from the monster as it chased them down the highway was, the scene of the T-Rex and them running away in the Jeep. But the thing I like about this season, I thought they did a better job of making it cohesive. In the second season, they had a lot of ideas and some of them felt disjointed, like they didn't go well together and you were watching 3 separate things going on. And this season, it really felt like one thing and you were slowly being pushed through one narrative, even though there were lots of characters and lots of different things going on. So they did a good job of that.
What do you think of it, Scott?
So I think one of the important things to think about is there's much more to their lives now, and each character has its own personal battle that it's really dealing with, and they kind of express how that affects each other character more this season, rather than this group is dealing with this one, this guy's dealing with this one, this lady's dealing with this one. Like, everybody was very disjointed in the other seasons. Like, their own adventures were happening in separate places and times. Whereas this one, you're seeing, like, their stories are starting to slowly get pushed together. So that was kind of nice. To kind of see the characters have to slowly start to interact more. Seeing one character mature to the point where he's actually having to see what it's like to be a parent. As opposed to before, he was just kind of like the crazy uncle with a gun. And now he's like, oh, actually, I don't like, things happening over there like that. I'm going to get mad about it.
Yeah, a new list of problems given the fact that the kids were all becoming teenagers.
Well, speaking upon that point, I guess a lot of people are super upset with how, talking about Hopper, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are upset with how he's written. Because, like...
They did make him a little more nutty and more manic in this season. But I think that's normal, like given what's going on with him. He's dealing with the kids and he's also dealing with his own emotional thing.
Right. So, but I mean, like, you know, people are just like, oh, he's being too much of a controlling father figure. Like, pretty much like the first 2 seasons, like Hopper was kind of this drunk, but like he was a likable person. But in this one, they kind of like homered him. They turned him into this weird like buffoon, but also it's the definition of toxic masculinity. Like, we were supposed to go on a date, you ditched me, and you were hanging out with this other dude. I'm mad, you know, like, love me, you know, that whole kind of thing. But which I saw that too, but also you get to know a little more about Hopper, like in was it this season where 11 like goes into the basement and, like, is looking through and sees a bunch of his boxes. Yeah. Or was that the
I think that may have been
second
season 2. That's season 2.
Okay, so then, like, with season 2, you see that he's a veteran. He's a war vet. He went to Vietnam and this and that. So, like, he has PTSD from that. He also assisted in saving the world twice. You know, he has the loss of his daughter, and now he's trying to, like, keep whatever, like, he has going for him. So, of course, he's going to act this weird manic way, but it seems like a lot of people are forgetting any of those things, and they just see him as this weird buffoon looking like a not fat Rambo, but fat Magnum PI. That mustache was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't get the toxic masculine. I mean, like, I see why people would say that, but I don't really feel like that was what was happening with the character. He's just, when you come to care about something, when you come to care about another person emotionally, you unnecessarily become sort of possessive of them and their safety, and that's Hop's whole thing. And he even says that in one scene. He just wants everybody to be safe. He feels like that's his job. And I don't think that's like a I'm a man thing. It's just, you know, he's been a soldier, he's been a cop, and he's been a father, and that's just what he does.
Yeah, totally. I do find it funny when he did kind of go on his rampage, and everybody is like, oh, we're gonna call someone. It's like, what are you gonna do? I'm the cop. Like, I am coming in and I'm gonna just beat down the doors, and you can't stop me because I am the law. But you know, this was a great season for me because, like, yeah, it showed kind of like the growth from everybody. You see kind of like, as you know, you're getting into high school and people deal with relationships and stuff, like you feel bad for Will because he pretty much for 2 seasons he's lost that part of his childhood while everybody else kind of lived it, and now they're kind of growing away from it, and he just wants to try to keep that going. You know, they kind of, you know, allude again that, like, Will's character might actually be gay. Like, you know, they first talked about him being, you know, his dad used to call him queer.
Right.
And this and that, you know, it's a quote from the show, not me saying it.
Yeah.
And now, like, you know, the kind of argument
With him and Mike. Mike literally says it to him, just because you don't like girls.
Just because you don't like girls. You know, I mean, it's kind of cool and interesting that they're going into that, since that's not talked about that much, like, within 80s stuff. And, like, it just seems like a good natural progress with, like, the characters. But then, you know, they bring good old Billy back.
All I see is the Red Ranger. Every time he's in a scene, I'm like, it's the Red Ranger.
Well,
Morphin' time.
I think some of the other things that may have upset people about the Hopper character too is probably things they're not thinking about consciously. Is his character was always expected to be the, like, savior of everyone. He's like the tough cop that's angry and drunk and all that stuff like that. And in this show, he was very vulnerable because he was not sure how to deal with the kids doing what they're doing, and he's not sure how to be like a parent anymore because he just wants to keep everybody away from each other and safe. And he was getting manhandled by everything that he fought.
Yeah.
So it's like, instead of him being the tough guy this episode or this season, he was kind of just getting roughed around all in every angle.
Dealing with a lot of failure.
And, and if you want to think about it, like, yes, she should have her own agency and this and that, but 11 having those powers, like, if it was a bad breakup between like her and Mike, like, she could technically pop his head, and then like who would be to blame? Like, Hopper would feel like garbage, like, I could have stopped this. Woe is me.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna run off and be Hellboy.
Yeah, their relationship isn't simply two teenagers. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated than that.
So, like,
and even if you don't pay attention to that aspect, is the other fact that she shouldn't even be alive. She shouldn't exist, and they can't have a public relationship, at least not in the setting that they currently had it. So, yeah.
I think that pretty much covers most of the quick bits. I'm going to take a quick break to discuss one thing, and then I'm going to come right back. So we'll be back in a moment.